Alrighty tubes, welcome back to another adventure with the free cattle trailer. Pardon the generator noise behind you, but it's our only source of power and we need the light up above, so it's going to be a little noisy. So this trailer my friend AJ picked up for free from someone. Had a couple of issues. The last video I showed, the first issue was the axle had come undone and moved back on one side. So we had to put new U-bolts in and a new centering pin for the leaf spring. It was actually the centering spring that went bad. So anyways, while I was tinkering with it, I found that the wheel bearings, they need to be repacked. They're a little dry. I have a new tool I want to try out. It's a bearing packer. I think this is a Lyle tool. And then we're gonna fill it with some grease. Well, you wanna try and break some wheel, bust some nuts. I might have to lower it, get the breaker bar. I don't know. Oh, it did it.
You gotta kind of have it positioned the correct way. Just try to tighten it a little bit more. Might have actually helped.
Those are coming off easier than the other side. The other side I had to... Nice. Yeah, just perfect.
It works. Want me to take the other ones off too?
Might as well.
We may have to.
There we go. Yeah, those run good. Ooh. It's probably been a number of years before those have been taken off.
Well, what did it say, 2000? Was
Yeah.
the last time the license plate was good?
And those tires are about that old?
Probably.
I was prepared to grab the camera. Hey look, this cap's ready to come off. Well, the good news is it has grease. Doesn't feel too bad. We're gonna repack them. That's what our grease is looking like. Black. Unless it's got the other stuff I used to use, which looks like that, but it's
Oh, fuck up. I always thought it was more of a gray. Well, I guess once it starts burning, it kind of turns a little black.
yeah. Or it gets a lot of dirt in it. This is definitely just old grease. Doesn't smell burnt though. It's just dirty.
Oh, so we could put some bigger wheels on and just turn these axles up the opposite way, huh?
Yeah, we could
Get some
actually.
35s.
Well, it doesn't have a hole on the other side for the spring. You'd have to drill it out.
Why not?
I don't have any new split pins, so if we need any new ones, we'll just grab a rusty nail from around here and do what the farmers would have done in the first place.
You break them or something? Or you just
Oh,
want to
this
put new
is-
ones in? Anyway.
This one is not in the best of shape, and it's not even wanting to come out. Why you no come out, huh? Are you? You're gonna come out. Yeah, we'll reuse that one. That's fine.
Probably not.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, that was just finger tight. And it's, yeah, great. Grand. Just a little chunky, you know, that's fine. That's like a kind of a Loctite, you know. Yeah, those were reused before we got to it.
I believe so.
That's yeah. Okay, we got our first bearing. So far, just glancing at the race in there, it looks pretty good. It just needs new grease, that's all. We do have a seal on the inside that I'll have to see if I can get that without destroying it. Oh, there's like no grease in the center of this. Wow. So I think what I want to do, so I don't destroy the seal, since there's good grease, there's grease in there, I'm just going to pack this even more. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's nothing in the center. Well, we'll take care of that. It'll be somewhat better. Well, it's got a brake lining on it, that's good. Yeah, that's the same though. Shit in there. Looks all complete. There's plenty of brake lining on it. I'm gonna see if I can adjust it and get them nice and have a little bit of drag on there, and then it'll have working trailer brakes. All tubes, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup, and we'll bring you back when we go to pack the bearing and hubs. I'm not gonna lie, I did the first two bearings off camera. Just wanted to kind of figure this thing out. All I did is just set that in there. Well, at first I kind of wiped this off. Just set it in there and pushed on it, pushed the old stuff out. Did that with the other front bearing. Now we're going to take the hubs and we're just going to pack those with fresh grease and just slam it back together. You know, I can't remember how much that grease was, but I think it was like 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks.
Oh darn.
The bearing
Well,
packer.
individual little things, and they seem to be a heck of a lot more, like probably $6 a piece, and I know it's not no 4 gallons.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I think it's probably like 9. I haven't bought any in a while.
Yeah, I might need to get another tub because I got to do front bearings on this, or repack them,
Not
and
good or more.
that's good.
Okay. Do I need to flip it over, put any on the back?
No. Well, I'll just take a little bit there and wipe it on that seal. And then if you try and pack the grease against the wall, and other than that, good to go. So we're gonna put this guy back together, which I've already got the front bearing in, the washer in, and then we got the nut kind of on there, but this end's a little chunky, so I have to use a tool. And then we'll set the preload on this. Just kind of spin it, let it settle in. The bearings are going to push the grease out. Tighten it a little bit. God, that feels so much better. I think I'm going to leave it like that. That's how it should be. Just not spin for 400 years.
Only sweet baby Jesus knows what 400 years is like.
Get out of here, grass. Can I get that? Alright. Bloop. Like new. But what I want to do is I want to check that adjuster out, make sure it's free, and then I'm going to put the drum on there and adjust it until those shoes just start to touch the drum. And then we'll go ahead and put that drum back on and, you know, call it a day for this side. Okay, and this I'm going to tighten up while I spin it. Well, we have a problem. We got to our drinker side, passenger side. They can get mixed up. And the front right non-braking axle has a not so good hub, a not so good bearing. I mean, I've seen worse. It's okay. The problem that we have here, first of all, the seal no longer does anything, so it's letting water and dirt and moisture and just everything, water and moisture, the same thing. Also, this bearing race, I don't know how well you can see it. I can't see it on the viewfinder, but I can move this around easily. So what we're gonna do for now, we're gonna clean this up. I'm gonna totally brake clean. I'm gonna use the rest of my, well, actually, I'm just gonna wipe it out. I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of brake cleaner on it. I'm gonna wipe it out. I just used 2 cans of brake cleaner on this bearing to get all the mud and junk out of it. And then my buddy's gonna see if they can order one of these. We're just gonna replace the whole hub, and I'm hoping they come with the bearings too, because we need those. Otherwise, the hub on the axle looks okay, or at least the spindle. We'll see what the other axle looks like. Hopefully it doesn't need anything. But this one up front has definitely been a problem. So I got it cleaned out as best as it's going to get. So that's the back bearing. I'm going to clean the front bearing, and then I'm going to bring you in onto our little workbench we just cleared off. And we'll, I know my head's a little cut off, but I'll bring you in and show you the greasing process. It's just how I do it. I don't care how anyone else does it. Save your typage. Anyways, that's where we're at. Well, good news, folks. We have a new hub on the way. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on the adjuster for the rear brakes on the drinker side. And then that'll be kind of it for right now. Tomorrow our new hub's coming in. Thankfully, all our drum brakes have pretty good lining on them. The adjusters were just a tiny bit frozen, but I was able to break them free with just very minimal effort. I'm just getting all this rust and crusty stuff off, and then brake clean it. Whoop.
Grease a tub.
Grease a tub. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just wiping these off. These just have dirty grease in them. So I've just been wiping them off, and then I'll put them in my packer and it'll push all the old stuff out. Call that a day. I spent probably like 10 or 15 minutes and like 2 cans of brake clean flushing this thing out, only to find that it's got some staining, pitting, and oh, it's just junk. Get it somewhat clean, and then we'll pack it. Yeah. Hope we don't break the bench. Is that a rat? I thought I heard a squeaking noise. And then we push real hard until the bench snaps. Yeah, that's pushing the old grease out. Love it. And I'll get a rag. I'm gonna clean this out, pack it with grease, and then adjust the brakes. Put this one back together, and then we just gotta wait for our new hub, and we're good to go. Thanks, Napa. Not a sponsor. That's a wrap. One of my coworkers has got a bunch of kittens they're trying to get rid of, but I'm like, are they free or are you selling them? Because if they're free, I'll take them. What they don't need to know is that they're going to be barn cats. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that just make you feel like a doctor?
Just a tiny bit. Put the hub on. I'll adjust the brakes. And then we're done for today.